through a fog of filthy air.
Well, Bloody Man is that he can report as summoned by this plight of the revolt, the new estate.
This is the sergeant, who like a great and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art, the merciless MacDonald, worthy to be rebel for that to that. The multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him, for from the western isles of kerns and gallows glasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned coral smiling showed like a rebel's whore, but all too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name, disdaining fortune and his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion carved out of his passage, till he faced the slave, which never shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
As once the sun gins his reflection, shipwracking storms and direful thunders break, so from the spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner justice had with valor armed compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveilling vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismay not this, our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare of the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were, as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in wrecking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell, but I am faint, my gashes cry for help.
So will thy words become thee as thy wounds, a snack of honor both. Go get him surgeons. Comes here.
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes, so should he look that seems to speak things strange. God save the king.
Whence comest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flap the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cotter, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom lapped in proof, confronted with the self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now, Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition, nor would we deign him burial of his men, till he disbursed at St. Colm's Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more than the Thane of Cotter shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his presence death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Boom! Oh boy.
Where thou's been, sisters?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou? A sister's wife has chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me thou thy. I write thee, witches. The rump feed Rayon cries. Her husband's to Lyon's gone. Master thou's tiger, and like a rat without a tail. I do, and I do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the other. And the very ports they bow. All the quarters that they know. And thy shipment's card, I'll drain him dry as his. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live, and man forbid. Wearisome nights, 9 times 9, shall the dwindle peak and pine. Thou, his bark, cannot be lost, yet it shall be tossed light what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homewards he did come.
They drum, Macbeth does come.
The weird sisters, hand by hand, posters of the sun and land, thus to go about and about. Thrice the thine, then thrice the mine, and thrice again, and make of 9. Peace.
Let's try.
So foul is fair, a day I have not seen.
How far is it called to forest? What are these so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on't? Live you, or you ought that may your question. You seem to understand me, by each other at once, her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret you are so.
Speak if you can. You can what you are. All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail, Macbeth, that shall be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? Aye, the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed, which outwardly ye show, my noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems rapt withal, to me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain you will grow and which you will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
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 Lesser than Macbeth, the greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings through thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Hail to Macbeth, all hail! Stay, you imperfect speaker. Tell me more. My Sinel's death. I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not with the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you own this strange intelligence, or why, upon this blasted health, you stop our way. With such prosperous greeting, speak, I charge you.
The earth has bubbles as the water has, and these are them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted, as breath into the wind. Would they have stayed?
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too. Went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words, who's here? The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success, and when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend, which should be thine or his. Silence with that, in viewing o'er the rest of the selfsame day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make. Strange images of death, and thick as tale, came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and pour them down before him. We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight. And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition hail, most worthy Thane. What, can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was that Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he does deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wrack, I know not, but treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis, and Thane and Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings? When those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promise no less to them.
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betrays in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural solicities cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. I good? Why do I yield to the suggestions? Those horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seat's heart knock at my ribs. Against the use of nature, present fears are less than horrible images. My thoughts, those murder yet is but fantastical. Shakes so my single state of man that function is smoother in sunrise, as nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
I chance will have my king. Why chance my crown me without my stir?
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir?
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hours runs through the roughest day.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
Give me favor, my dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains will register where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us towards the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then, come Come, friends,